And I remember growing up as a young boy, coming down with my brother and sisters, coming down and swimming actually in this part of Cobourg in Lake Ontario.
That was my home, and then when I got married and had 2 children, it was still my home. I took the children down there all the time. I loved it.
I have very, very fond memories of Sunday picnics on the West Beach.
I was born and raised in Port Hope, but we came to Cobourg all the time to use the beach. Mostly just to sit on the sand and throw pebbles in the water and play and have sand fights, water fights, whatever.
As we grew up, Cobourg waterfront was an industrial waterfront. It was coal piles. It had oil tanks. 2 giant ferries came in which crossed from Rochester over to Cobourg, and it wasn't really a pleasant place to come to if you were coming down for pleasure because you just got covered with coal dust. We kind of turned our back on the downtown area south of King Street. Around the mid-1990s, though, things began to change. And so an opportunity was there to say, maybe this is our chance to grab the waterfront back again. We worked with the Waterfront Trust, which was under the chairmanship of David Crombie. He, in fact, led the charge to recover the waterfront right across Lake Ontario. We started out by putting in bike paths and walk paths along the north pier of the harbor over here. We started to put in slips in the harbor to bring in sailboats. We built a new marina building. The yacht club came down and established itself here, and so that area in the harbor area started to have a recaptured look, a look where people said, well, gee, that's pleasant to walk down there. Maybe we should go down there. Then we started to look at the West Beach. So we had easement to go across the property here at Legion Village, the Cobourg West Collegiate, and then on Ontario Street we were able to get that property too. We built a boardwalk.
The thing about the West Beach at Cobourg is it's quite a natural environment. And there's something about water and the natural environment that people find very, very calming. So they go down there and they like to experience, you know, the waves, the motion and the sound of the waves. They like to see the birds flying, and it's an experience that you can't get just anywhere.
My father was an alcoholic, and within 2 months of moving to Cobourg, he found the West Beach. And within a month of that, he quit drinking cold turkey. And he said it was this peace, the calmness, just the beauty of the beach, and it kind of took him back to his childhood. And he was able just to quit cold turkey, and that was a huge, huge gift to us.
The Cobourg Beach Society began probably around 4 years ago, 2007. We decided to form a little citizens group. So our first goal is to get access back from all the way along the West Beach to Factory Creek. After that, our second long-term goal, and we're working with the Town Trails Committee, is to actually get a trail along the waterfront as much as possible all the way to Port Hope that would hook up with their trail at Gages Creek. The goal of having access across the beach is part of Cobourg's official plan, and the town really wants it to happen, and they are working away on it. So we couldn't be happier with the support we're getting from the town of Cobourg.
The ideal situation would be to have access to the waterfront from the east side of Cobourg to the west side of Cobourg.
I would love to see my grandchildren be able to do the same thing, and right now they can't do that.
These things are gifts to us to be able to live here, but it should be accessible to everybody. And as our shirt says, Cobourg beaches for all forever.
If every community could do what Cobourg did, then we'd be well on our way to really a miracle along the waterfront.
It's really something to see.